You're going to do things that you don't realize you're doing. You're going to say things you don't realize that you're saying. If a person cannot say, hey, this is what you're doing and I don't like it, without you getting all offended and defensive, then you don't need to be fucking with nobody. Quit trying to find somebody who's just going to deal with every little part of you and accept every little bit of part of you and not ever have nothing to say. That's not going to happen. Nobody's just like you, and you ain't perfect. Accept it. Quit trying to make sure that you have this power over someone mentally so that you can guide and control them so that you will not end up alone or something. Like, cut the insecure shit. Alright, so what's up, y'all? Back with another one of that Say So TV. My bad, I just woke up. If I look or if I seem a little tired or whatever. But nah, so I wanted to hop on this real quick while I got it fresh on my mind. Today I want to talk about power struggles. This is something that I have noticed a lot lately. The reason why I wanted to make this topic is because not only have I noticed it within myself, but also in just like all the other relationship dynamics that I've been coming across lately, but just period, as I've woken up to realize, it's always about power in relationships. I've noticed that a lot of gay couples fail because of power struggles. I thought it was just gay couples because of the whole same-sex thing, but now as I'm realizing, it's in every single relationship dynamic. But here's the reason why I want to touch base on it. You can have positive power and negative power over somebody. Now listen, I do think that us as people, we all got a sense of wanting to have power, but just like a superhero, you have the ability to use your powers in a negative way and in a positive way. There's a positive power and negative power, okay? What I'm noticing is that, all right, now look, I'm going to give you a perfect example of positive power. See, positive power is when you make somebody happy. You come around somebody, you make them laugh, you got good energy, like, you have the ability to make this person uplift and uphold this person. You know what I'm saying? Make this person feel better about themselves. Make this person love and enjoy being around you. And then you can have other power where it's negative, where you understand how to make someone angry, sad, control them, manipulate, like in a manipulative, toxic way. And that's what I'm noticing that's going on. Positive power is not good enough for these niggas, or it's not good enough for nobody. It's like they have to have this negative pull with you. They have to have this negative power over you. It's like they gotta be able to know, like, just knowing how to like make you happy, make you smile, make you laugh, and all that. That's not good enough no more. They need to know how to manipulate and control you in a negative way. They need to know how to make you sad. They want to know how to make you mad. They want to know how to like press your buttons, and they trying to figure out ways to hurt and harm and destroy you. Think about it. That's enemy shit. Sitting up here trying to figure out how to infiltrate their insecurities and all that shit. Like, that's enemy shit. And I'm noticing that is what it is now. Everybody walking around so insecure and broken and hurt that the only way that they feel powerful or safe enough to fuck with you or bring their guard down is if they feel like they got you figured out in these negative ways. Like, I've sat up and I've listened to dates, people that I'm not even fucking with the way that they fuck with other people. And the way that people talk about people, if you really listen to the way people talk about the people that they fuck with, you'll be like, if this how you think of them, why are you fucking with them? If you got to come up with tactical ways, like, oh yeah, This motherfucker think I ain't. He trying to play hard to get, and he trying to play like he capping and all this other shit. I'm about to don't even trip. I'm about to be around, and I'm about to figure this nigga out. And I have I've had niggas really tell me like in my face like, oh yeah, you hella you hella mysterious. I can't really figure you out, but give me about a week, and I bet I have you figured out. Like what? Like what is the whole? What is so serious about having someone figured out and then able to control and manipulate them if you don't need that? What I'm noticing is everybody walk around this bitch so insecure and broken. I know what it is. It's a self-defense mechanism. It's a self-preservation tactic. Okay? I understand. I get it. You done been hurt. You don't want to be manipulated and be hurt and be fucked over. So what you do is you've picked up the same shit that hurt you, and now you're doing it to other motherfuckers. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, when we first start off fresh, like growing up into the lifestyle of dating and stuff, you don't have these. That's why now I get why everybody was trying to lock a nigga down when he was young. Like, straight out of high school, 19, 20, 21, because older niggas know that that's when you're the most genuine, you're most pure, your love is coming from the most genuine place ever. You ain't been, tainted and hurt so much. So that's the reason why niggas is interested in you, because they understand the value of that. Once you get off into this shit and you get fucked over so much, you'll be fucked up by default, and you'll be a good person, but you'll be so fucked up because you done been fucked over so much that you don't even know how to be or handle somebody when they come along that's good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm noticing that this is what it is. It's a lot of damaging shit going on. Not only just with the people that, like, I'm going to give you two examples of people that I've dealt with, of two situations recently, actually. One, this dude, we was cool, and we would just literally just be chilling, and we were just getting to know each other within the first month, and this nigga would just come up with ways to look and find stuff just to have something to judge or talk negative about, just because he didn't. And I realized later what he was doing was he was trying to bring me down to his level. He didn't see anything wrong with me to make him feel secure enough with fucking with me, so he had to look around and see all my flaws and find things that was wrong with me, just so that he could feel comfortable with fucking with me. Like, and I'm saying this because people with your shit together and people with a level head, you'll come across people a lot who will try to damage and dilute your energy because they don't know who they are. They don't have themselves figured out, or they're not happy. So I'm making this video to let people know that people out here be on some tactical, trying to hurt you, manipulate you shit, and on some gaslighting shit, like real talk. You know what I'm saying? They'll come around you because they want the things that you have, and then they'll try to destroy it because they can't figure out how they can't get it or something. Man, I'm trying to tell you, when I was talking to that dude, and I was like, what is the problem? Why are you guys such a guard up? Why are you not letting me in? What's going on? Come to find out, towards the end, this nigga has to move around because he talking about he need to get his shit together. Why every time, not every time, but a lot of the time, that's a lot of the excuse. Oh, I got to get my shit together. Every time a relationship ends, I'm sick of that. Not every time, but a lot of the times, and not just with mine, but a lot of times I see that a lot. If you're coming out of a relationship talking about you need to get your shit together, that means that you were the problem. Why were you in a relationship with somebody if you were not right? If you didn't have your shit together? I understand that we're not perfect as people, but everybody is not walking around here doing shit unintentionally or fucked up on mistakes. You knew that your ass wasn't ready. You trying to find somebody who's gonna deal with your toxic energy. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all motherfuckers be acting like it's just because y'all not ready. No, you just can't level up to no expectations that it takes to be in a real relationship. So what you'll do is you'll exit this motherfucker and go off and try to find somebody who will just deal with your shit. Let me tell you something. Relationships are going to hold a mirror up to you and show you who the fuck you are, and when you don't realize it. You're going to do things that you don't realize you're doing. You're going to say things you don't realize that you're saying. If a person cannot say, hey, this is what you're doing and I don't like it, without you getting all offended and defensive, then you don't need to be fucking with nobody. Quit trying to find somebody who's just going to deal with every little part of you and accept every little bit of part of you and not ever have nothing to say. That's not going to happen. Nobody's just like you and you ain't perfect. Accept it. Quit trying to make sure that you have this power over someone mentally so that you can guide and control them so that you will not end up alone or something. Like, cut the insecure shit. Come with a positive power intention. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, you'll have way more pull with somebody if you are as peaceful to be around as they are by themselves. Up here trying to figure out how to make them sad and angry and all this shit, that's not gonna get you no fucking where. But with an insecure motherfucker, only insecure motherfuckers drive off of that shit. Ain't no real motherfucker getting ready to be sitting around you, fucking with you while you belittling them, trying to nitpick every little thing wrong with them, and you know what I'm saying, like having a problem out of nowhere. Or also, every time they say something to you, you gotta get defensive and you can't handle no kind of criticism. Like, get over that. And basically, to go back to that, what I realized with old boy was, you doing all this and then you talking about you need to get your shit together. So I'm like, wait a minute, what was the point of you getting in a relationship with me for? And then it dawned on me. Because when I asked this dude, what does he want? And this is what y'all need to realize. Always know what a person's true desires are. This nigga, when I talked to him and I asked him what he really wanted, and after all of that capping about relationship shit, come to find out, this nigga said he don't gotta be with nobody. He just want to be independent and have his own shit and be on his own and shit. First of all, let me tell you something. This nigga is older than me. And he talking about he need to get his shit together. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. So why would you fuck with me then if you wasn't where you wanted to be in life? And it dawned on me. It's because this nigga said all he wanted to do was be independent, have his own car, crib, good job, be stable, have some money, be able to put some money to the side, save up, travel every now and then, and you know what I'm saying, build his credit up, shit like that. And, you know, be at peace and just, you know, be to himself and, you know. And I got to thinking, that's me. Like, that's literally me right now. Like, I'm literally at peace. I got my own car, crib, good income. I got a lot going for myself, but I'm independent. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait a minute, this nigga want to be like me. And I started to realize that a lot of these niggas fucking with me because they just want to be me. Like, they just want to be in the position that I'm in. So they feel like if they fuck with me, then they've somewhat cheated the system and got it. But really, they realize later that they really jealous of me. And then it fucks with their, it makes them feel intimidated by me. So then it comes off as if it's a rabbit hole. I ain't even gonna get all the way into it, but I get it now. Motherfuckers be fucking with you just because they want to be like you, and that's where the whole power thing comes from. While I was fucking with him, he had to I was like, why is he being a certain way on purpose? And I could tell that he would say stuff to me to guide and control the way that I thought about myself when he didn't even believe it. Like, this nigga left my crib one time and I chased his ass after a little argument or whatever. And I go and I chase his ass and I try to get his ass to come back. And he ended up coming back. But before he ended up coming back, this nigga had a nerve to try to tell me like, no, I'm not going to get in the car because you might try to hurt me when we get back to the house or something. And I'm like, what? Like, where the fuck would you get that from? Like, I know damn well you do not believe that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what have I done to give you the thought that I would hurt you? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm up here trying to just prove to him, like, you know, I'm thinking this dude got trust issues and he's got, you know, he's been hurt before. So I'm up here trying to just prove my love to him or prove my intentions that are pure to him. So I'm just like, hey, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? But really, when I look back, I should have been leaving his ass the fuck alone because this nigga kept doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm again on that. But what I'm saying is, I begged this nigga to come back, and this nigga was bringing up shit out of his ass to throw at me to make me like I was somebody out to be somebody that I wasn't. And so when he got back to the house and later on, you know, because I'm the type of nigga, I'll bring up the shit when we not in no argument because I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? I was like, so why when I was trying to get you to come back to the crib before you had came, why was you over here talking about something you didn't want to come because you thought I was gonna hurt you or whatever? Like, where would you get that from? Like, what did I do to make you think that? And he was just like, I didn't think that. I wasn't really, thinking I was in harm or whatever. I'm like, so why would you say that to me then? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you say it then? He's like, I don't know. I just wanted you to like, I don't know. And I was just like, what? Like, wait a minute. Like, nah, nobody says stuff like this and they don't know what the fuck they're saying it for. Like, you know what the fuck you're doing. And I didn't dawn onto it until later, but then I noticed that he was doing that constantly. He would do stuff where it would clearly not be my fault, but he would make me think, he would try to make me think that it was my fault just to see if he could control my mindset. And then at the end, I really realized that he was doing it because he took something that I did out of pure intention. Like, I'll just tell y'all, like, I got down, I asked this nigga, like, hey, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to figure out, I'm trying to learn who he was. I'm like, what's up with you? What can I do to make you happy? Like, what is it that, you know what I'm saying? What do you need? What is that you want to do in life? Like, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do with this life? You know what I'm saying? And he just didn't say nothing. He just sat there in silence. Like, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I ever had a nigga come to me like that, like, I would feel so lucky. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like, whatever. Kept it moving. Later on down the line, this nigga talking about something that was hella aggressive when I did that and all that. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? How the fuck is it aggressive and negative when a nigga gets down in front of you and is like asking you what is it that he needs to do or what is that you need to be happy or whatever? And that's when I'm just like, I said, nah, bro, like, I'll let you, that's when I was in my, like, apologetic mode about whatever I did wrong or whatever that didn't make us work. And then that's when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, like, nah, now I know for a fact, like, I wasn't coming off in a negative way. Because I know that a lot of times, like, what I was apologizing for was for the way I was coming off, even though I wasn't intentionally doing that, but with the way I was coming off. And so, in other arguments, but not in this certain scenario about me getting down and asking him what he needed, because that was totally different. And when he tried to play that like that was negative and aggressive, that's when I knew, nigga, you think you slick. You trying to make me think I'm this negative, aggressive ass motherfucker so that you can dilute me, so that you can control me mentally, because you cannot. That's the problem that you have with me. Every time I tell you I don't like you treating me like this, or, say I deserve to be treated better than this, you know what I'm saying? You make it like I'm controlling and I'm tripping. Or when I'm just trying to set up structure, like, nah, like, hey, don't talk to me like that. We ain't gonna sit up here and do that. Like, you're not gonna be calling me out my name and all that. And then, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have a healthy relationship. We're not gonna talk to each other like that. And all of a sudden I'm controlling because I won't let you verbally abuse me. The fuck? No. And then that's when I know. So I was like, he's trying to pull power because I've shown him that if you keep pushing, not only will I leave you on that, but I might beat your ass. So what he did was he started doing this whole manipulative tactic shit because he couldn't fuck with me physically. And he knew that. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm saying this, I'm making this video to let people know that everybody fights and everybody pulls power, but everybody does it differently. Everybody does not have to have power over you in a negative way. Now, most people do nowadays is what I'm starting to notice. Like, even when it comes down to just like, this shit starts with parenting and family and friends and shit. I've noticed how some people, even with grandparents and shit, like, if you ever notice with the black community, my nigga, if you ever motherfucker try to talk back to a grandparent or somebody, they'll be like, you better respect your elders. You gotta allow these motherfuckers to talk to you a certain way just to make them feel like they their wisdom and stuff, sometimes they're wrong. I'm not saying that they're always wrong, but sometimes they're wrong, and you have to let them feel like they right and shit just because the power struggle. It's like the power thing of they're the grandparent, they're the elder, so what they say goes, what they say is right, even as toxic as it can be. You know what I'm saying? So just telling you wisdom things isn't good enough. They have to like check you and make you know who's the older and who's the boss and who, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am. And like, even though they just called you a punk ass little nigga or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, it's a lot of that going on in relationships, but in a negative, very negative way. Another example I'll give, I was chilling with this dude recently, just getting to know for the first month. And the reason why I know that this is happening a lot is because a lot of this is happening within the first month or so of getting to know somebody. And the reason why I'm saying this is because within the first month, you do not know somebody enough for you to be pulling cards and having enough, you don't have enough evidence to call somebody names like about their character. You're still getting to know them. Basically what I'm saying is this one dude tried to tell me after a month of getting to know me that, and it was because we just started fucking around, and I like to jack off too sometimes. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and always be, don't make me responsible for your sexual satisfaction within the first month of me knowing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm jacking off still. I expect you to, as men, like, we do this. You know what I'm saying? So I told this nigga I was jacking off and I hadn't seen him in like 2 or 3 days. All of a sudden it was like, oh, you're a narcissist and you so fucked up in so many ways, you don't even know it, and you're controlling, and you, I'm just like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, he just snapped on me, and I'm just like, what was that? Like, we was just cool. We was just good. Like, you just had me where you needed me. We was going out on dates all the time. We kicking it. You coming over here all the time. I'm coming over there. We in a good vibe, and you just could not be satisfied with that. You just had to motherfucking come and try to get a negative pull on me because you could. And I noticed, I said, what was the point of him doing that? Like, and I noticed it was because he had me in a way where it was positive, but it wasn't good enough. He needed to know, oh no, I need to have sexual power of him. He doesn't need me sexually, or he doesn't need, like, it's like they need to be needed. They need to be in control of you emotionally, but then flip it on you and call you controlling when you don't allow them to have that power over you. So because I'm not allowing you, and this is when the whole controlling thing comes. I was like, hey, now look, I don't match energy. I told him straight up, hey, look, I don't talk to people like that. I'm not gonna fuck with somebody who talks to me like that. You're not gonna sit up here and be calling me no narcissist and all this other shit. You just met me last month. Straight up, I get what you're saying. You might be upset, but learn how to communicate better than that, because you do not know me like that. That was the main thing. I was just offended because I'm like, you don't even know me like that. It ain't about if it's true or not. You don't have the evidence yet to calculate that. And that's what I'm noticing. Everybody's prejudiced as fuck. Presumptuous as hell. And I notice, what is the point of that? I'm like, what is it that they'll get out of being so, thinking that they figured you out so quick? It's because it makes them feel powerful. Let me tell y'all, that's a sense of power. You do not know somebody like that just because you've sat and analyzed them. Like, real shit. It might hurt your little feelings, but it's the truth. There's motherfuckers that you'll know them for years and not know them. Haven't you known that you've been friends with motherfuckers for years and then woke up one day and realized that they did something that you never thought that they would do? You don't know.